us, including the person who joined from our team. So we have today from MLMO Nancy with me, and we have Sumit with me. Nancy is taking care of complete sales and marketing of the uh, just a second, sales and marketing of the Indian uh, Indian clients actually, and Sumit is LMS consultant. He will walk through the product what we have today, and I'm one of the shareholder of the company as well as taking the responsibility as a general manager in the company. And we will take obviously not more than 10 minutes. Maybe we will be putting for PPT, and 30 minutes we will keep it for the product, for the what we are planning actually in the learning management system. And just giving a bit brief about the organization. So we are Indian software development company, Indian product company with the office in Noida, and we have registered also in US and Kenya as well. So we launched actually in Kenya in 2014, and from there the product name has been I would say the created. It's Elimu is in Kenya. There's a language called Swahili that's been spoken there. So Swahili language Elimu means learning, and M stands for mobile. So it's a mobile learning actually. So we started with Kenya in 2014, and right now we are spread it world in Africa, mostly more than 20 countries in Africa, and US, Canada, and we have started also in India parallelly. So giving to Sumit, he will and Sumit, please record this session as well, so that if you all of you don't mind it, because this recording session we can share all of you. If you wanted, you can again replay this session. Shall we record this session?
Yeah, I think already
Lakshmi,
the session.
Okay. So yeah, Sumit, it's to you.
Okay.
You can start now.
Okay, so let me move to next slide. Okay, so these are our few extreme clients who are like based in more than 20 plus countries. So we are working with many schools, colleges, private and the public university around the world. So let me take you through the like Melimo benefits on the current school challenges. Sorry. So number one is technology limitation. So we are like empowering the various college institutes and the like students also with the technology limitation. So our applications can work in offline mode as well. So no matters if the student is currently connected to internet or not, still the students they can do their all activities, like they can attempt various quiz, they can prepare the assignments, they can keep learning on their content part. And also our application works on all devices, like it could be mobile device, tablets and computer, laptops. They can access on any device. So number two is the self evaluation. So within our application we have prepared in such a way so that a student can monitor their day-to-day progress. So if a student is studying any course, so they can see their topic wise progress, how much topic they have covered in day one, how much topic they have covered in day two. They can see their percentage wise progress, plus they can see same progress in the activities like assignment as and the quiz. So they can see what is their mark, what is the highest grade, what is the lowest grade within that assignment, so that they can evaluate themselves whether they are doing good in the class, or there's still the scope of like improvement within their like assignments in the course. So they can evaluate themselves by seeing those progress reports. So number three is
so small
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you there. Small example I would like to add. So generally in India, what happens, student once they get the result report card, then they check, actually evaluate themselves that where they stand actually. And I think it should be happening within the throughout the classes when it is happening, so that students should update or increase their performance so that they can improve their report card. But it is happening in this way within the platform. where students are allowed to keep seeing where he stand within the classroom, how is he doing throughout the months, and accordingly he should improve on those areas where he is weak, so that his report card should be good and he should be getting good grades accordingly. So this how this system is helping to the students to work on those areas where he is weak or he should perform well there. Yes, Sumit, please go ahead.
Okay, so the third point is the collaboration. So we have a strong collaboration tool within our system where the students and the teacher can collaborate. So we have a messaging window where the student can ask a teacher for any kind of support, like he or she needs some help in assignment quiz, so he or she can always interact with their teacher. Plus, the student they can also collaborate with their colleagues. They can discuss over a forum on a particular topic to debate on that. So we have chat rooms, messaging, forums, discussions where they can collaborate with each other. Then the fourth part, student attrition rate. Okay, so we have developed a compliance module within our system, which will help management to track the like quality of education within their school or the organization. So this way, here in this system, the management, the principals, they can define a certain sets of rules within the system. Like for let's say, if a course is created, it should have minimum 4 assignment, it should have minimum 4 quiz, it should have minimum 4 forums. Once the assignment is submitted, it should be graded within 10 days. Once the assignment quiz is submitted, it should be graded within 7 days. So all teachers have to be strict with those protocols. So if any how the teacher is lagging behind like following those protocol, system will remind the teachers to encourage them like that you are lagging behind by 2 assignment, kindly create more assignment uh, to maintain the proper compliance of that course. So it will encourage them. If any case it may be possible that teacher may be busy in some other work assignment, or he or she may be in on some sick leave or some other task. So principal or the management can always like ask that teachers to for those gaps, and then accordingly she can like work on that challenges. So this will help management to maintain the quality of educations within the system, so that all students will get the proper quality of education within the school. Then apart from this, we have a user behavior and the trend analytics, which will help like management and the principal to track the current market trend, to so that they can define the future goals, like how they are achieving, like whether the how they can see how the the students are progressing within the classroom, and accordingly like they can plan more activities and more things for their schools and all. So number fourth part is the cash flow management. Okay, so our system can be integrated with your current school accounting software or your HRMS, so that if any student is anyhow like they are not paying the fees within the times and all, so management or the school they can send reminders to the school to the students, so that the students should pay the fees within the time. If anyhow the students is not paying the fees within the time, so management can take decisions like they can partially block students to mark their attendance, or like they can stop the activities, or like accordingly the management can plan like how they want to move ahead. So these are the 6 main benefits of our using our LMS. Then our LMS is not just limited to the study, but we have also have one integrated model in which we are providing the paperless registration or the admission portal to the schools, where they can take the applications from the various students, and they can ask them to submit. Plus, if a school wants, they can also take the assessments against the admissions from the students. So if they want, like they can organize some quiz or some assessment to the students, so that the students should attempt those for getting admitted in your school. So we have that as that process as well within our admission portal. So once the student got registered within the school, now students land to the our learning management system. So in this learning management system can be accessed by the specific credentials. So school management have to provide the username and the password to each and every student so that they can access only their courses. So they can see all their enrolled courses, activities, assignment, they can see. Then we have a separate login credentials for teachers so that teachers can create the content for the students. Teacher can upload the various activities. Teachers can create the assignments submitted by the students. Then we have a one application for the parents as well. So parent in this parent application, the students, sorry, the parents can see the progress of their children's, like how they are performing within the class by seeing their grades against the assignments and the quiz. They can see all the upcoming activities within their schools. So the parents can accordingly they can plan. So if a parent want to interact with the teacher, so they can those parents can also interact with the teachers to discuss the various concerns regarding to their ward and all. So this all things can be done by the parents application.
So actually giving you a brief about the learning management system. The system has three user types that has been given: the teachers, students, and the parents. They have all the mobile apps, and then students and teachers are also having the web interface. Why we have given the mobile interface? There's a very specific reason. The reason is that students and teachers are not allowed or not required that they should every time go and open the laptops for any small activities. They can continuously do all the or perform all the activities even if they are on the smartphone. Like people are more very much frequently using WhatsApp. So we tried always that teachers can do maybe the grading, maybe creating quickly the quizzes, maybe taking the attendance, maybe chatting, or students are having any questions within the, so they can quickly respond from the smartphones. So all these activities we have given to the students, sorry, for the teachers. Students, we have promoted more using the smartphones as well, because students are nowadays more, they are using mobile apps for the gaming only. They used to play games more rather than doing the learning. So the contents that teachers are placing, maybe the video lectures or the audio lectures, those lectures can also be placed, and students can keep reviewing from their smartphone or from their browser as well, whichever way. So this is the main core user types, and then on top of it, there's an admin backend, a school IT team who is handling the complete system, managing all the type of users and managing the content, managing the subjects, the classes, the resources, what different resources you have, like rooms, so that you can manage accordingly the timetable, and then live sessions timetable if you have, the teachers are joining. So all the IT team can take care of using this system and handling all the activities that is planned actually. So that's all the LMS. We are going to give you quick demonstration on that. Yes, Sumit, up to you now.
Yeah, okay. So we have also hosted our learning management system on the cloud. As you can see, our LMS is on the cloud. So the school, they do not need to invest even a single rupee on the infrastructure. So we will take care of all their infrastructure. So they do not need to implement any server, special bandwidth, or they do not need to buy extra space for uploading their content. So we take care of everything within the license fees. So no matters where is the school, or as you know, in current COVID situation, educators and the schools, the childrens, all are staying within their home, and still everyone wants to collaborate. So this is the place where the learner, the educators, and the parents, they all can collaborate by using our LMS. So let me take you through the system instead of PPT. So that will help you to understand. Okay, so currently I'm just sharing my mobile screen with my laptop so that everyone can see in this meeting. So on my mobile screen, you can see there are three different applications. One is the educator. So this is the teacher application. Then this is the student application. And third application, this is for the parents. Okay, so if I will tap over the student application. Okay, so the color, the look and feel, everything will get changed as per your school look and feel. So we will brand these application with your logos, color, everything. So this is the dashboard of our student application where the student can see his overall progress. Then he or she can see the courses, assignment, quiz, participant, chat rooms, forum. Then he can also see the last scene you are here, so he can see which topic he was on lastly. Then the student can see their progress in the form of topic progress, assignment progress, quiz progress. So let me go one by one. So if I will tap over the courses, so it will show me only those courses in which I'm enrolled as a student. So you can see the first course is name is the basic English language. So here this course is having four different chapters, so all names are appearing here. So if I will tap over on the another topic, or let's say mathematics, then it will show the name, enrollment date, teacher's date, and the topics which are coming under this course. So I can see as a student, I can see all those topics. Okay, so I think the content is not available on this, so let me show you how the content will look like. Okay, so we actually have two different applications. One is for schools and one is for higher education. So I'm just opening a similar same application on different course, so that I can show you how the content will looks like to the students and the teachers. So here I can see my chapter 1 progress is 52, chapter 2 progress is 35, chapter 3 progress is 15. So I can see my progress the moment
It's a student app, right?
yeah, it's a student app. Yeah.
Okay.
So if I will tap over one of the chapter, so it will load content within that chapter. So the moment I will click here on this button, my content will load here. So the best part of our this application is that it can work even when there is no internet on the mobile phone. Student can have access of all these learning contents. So these are the like various attachments which are like shared by the teachers with their students. So these are, it could be any PDF file, it could be any PPT file or Word file. So the moment student will click over this document, it will open within the application so that student can go through it. So this is the PDF. So student can scroll the document and they can go through these learning contents. I'm minimizing this. So again, there are various videos, so teachers can also share videos. We have a facility within the teacher application where the teacher can create the content, which I will take you after this application. So the moment I will click over one of this video, so it will load within the application. So we have a embedded player within the application, so that student they do not need to download.
Has it been so important for every business to have an online presence? You can provide the most amazing products and services, but that means nothing if no one knows about it.
So student they can play these videos within the mobile applications. Then these are the assignments, the orange color you can see here, surveys, quiz. The moment student will click over the quiz, it will open the quiz for them, so they can attempt various quiz. If I will click over this quiz, I can
So
start.
right now, what I am seeing as well, also having kids actually who are doing the remote studying actually from the schools. So the schools are providing the live sessions. They are joining those live sessions and attending those live sessions. But what is happening after the class finishes? The problem is that I don't know how it should be validated whether the students have understood what has been taught today in the next 40 hours, 40 minutes actually. Number one. Number two, the students has been given certain activities to do, but that is more offline. So the students can't submit anywhere. That is the second problem, or somewhere it has not been given any kind of activities or homework to them, because people are, every kids are sitting at home and teachers are sitting at different location. So the way the system is here actually, and the third problem is, if the session finished, the problem is that somewhere I've seen that what teachers have done, they have posted those videos on YouTube, or somewhere it is not get posted anywhere. So if the student wanted to see uh, again that session, if he wanted to replay, that is the problem as well. That where they should see. If it's posted on YouTube, the challenges to the school that those videos are posted on public place. So that is IP protected. So school intellectual property, how it will be put on YouTube. But ultimately, it needs to be posted somewhere so that it should be viewed again or replayed again by the student. So the way the system has been designed, that while finishing the video, after this session, let's say you have 40-minute session, 45-minute class. So let's say teacher has done 30-minute session and she wanted to check whether the kids has understood the question or not. So what she can do, she can quickly create a quiz, and she can open the quiz after the session to all the students who actually joined the session, and every student can quickly submit those quiz. Maybe times can be given from the system. The quiz has the timer as well for next 10 minutes, and it will close. So student can submit a quiz. Now teacher can quickly identify that okay, which all students have done good or not. The second, and accordingly the teacher has created different assignment or any activities and asks the student that whatever you are doing it, you should upload your assignment in a form of PDF or in a form of image, whatever, and upload to the system so that I can see you have given a homework as well to them, and they have uploaded those homework within the system as well. The third is how to review those. So what it works, we have integrated with two different systems. We have integrated with GoToMeeting. We have integrated with Zoom for the live sessions. The benefit from direct using Zoom and using within our system is that once the live session is finished, actually, so ultimately all these sessions is going to be automatically recorded and going to attach to each subject. So if I'm teaching physics or math, if my session is finished, automatically it will be recorded and attached to my subject. So as a student, if I'm enrolled to that specific class 8 with physics, so I will go and see that video session has been done, and this is the video I can replay again. So these small challenges, you will find that how you can, it's actually resolved in the system, and you can use numerous functionality what you are lacking right now, maybe using or not using. So this will help you a lot in doing it, using this LMS. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is how like the students can attempt the various quiz. So quiz can be,
Somebody said, Veronica said is I can't hear you.
am I audible?
Veronica, can you hear us? Sanyogita is saying that can you be a bit little loud?
Veronica is now offline. Maybe there is some issue at her end.
So are we audible to all of you?
I can hear you, Kamil. Yeah, she's saying yes.
Rashmi, Shahi, Sanyogita, please confirm if we are audible to you. Okay. Okay, Rajesh said he can hear us.
Perfect. So
let me know if you can't hear us, and we are recording this session as well. So we will give this session copy to you so that you can play as well this session.
okay.
Yes, Sumit, please go ahead.
Okay, so we can create the quiz. Teachers can create these quiz as many as they want to for their students. So quiz can be of any type. It could be multiple choice, it could be random selection, or match the following, short answers, or so we support all standard quiz format, and teachers can create those. So the moment the student have attempted the same, okay, so it will give a message, thanks for submitting the quiz. Now I can see I have completed this quiz in 5 minutes 35 seconds. So I can also see my progress accordingly. So let me go back.
And a new challenge, and a new challenge has been started right now because of COVID-19 is actually the internet problem. I think most of the people are facing lots of problem due to internet. I know every students are having internet within their devices, but due to COVID-19, people are strict within the home, or everybody is using internet. So there are lots of challenges are coming, and there is nobody who's helping in the internet. So I wanted to add here as well that even the students or the teachers are not having the internet, students can still able to read or play these content. So it's a pure offline based LMS, mobile based. So the contents that you have uploaded, the quizzes, the assignment, whatever you have uploaded as a teacher, students background, all the content will be synced within the devices. So they need to connect once whenever they have internet, but it doesn't mean that they need continuously the internet. Within their mobile, they can keep playing those mobile these videos or activities. Even if they don't have internet, the student cannot give the excuses to the teacher that, oh, I was not having the internet, so I was not able to submit, ma'am. They can still submit the quizzes. They can still participate those quizzes. They can still submit the assignment. May the case is that tomorrow 9 a.m. you have set up the deadline for the students and you have given the quizzes today to today all the students. By tomorrow 9 a.m. Maybe I don't have internet, but I have submitted. My syncing happens. I got the internet after 9 a.m. for an example. So if, and as soon my internet, I'm having the internet, the sync happened. So you as a teacher, you can see that, okay, actually the student has submitted before 9 a.m. or uh, or they have submitted after the 9 a.m. Maybe I have submitted before the 9 a.m. but my sync from mobile to the cloud, the server, happens after 9 a.m. because it captures the timestamp of the student as well. So students, if they don't have internet, they can still submit the assignment and quiz, and mobile will say, okay, thanks for submitting. And as soon the student mobile will have internet connection, it will sync to the cloud and update to the teacher, giving alert notification that your one of the student ABC has submitted the quiz. Teacher, if they are connected, they can quickly open that quiz, and either if it's a descriptive question, she needs to grade manually. If those are objective, it can be automatically grading going to be happen. Yes,
Okay.
Sumit.
So on the right hand side, you can see one gear icon. The moment I will click over it, so it will give me a plenty of options like ask a teacher. So if I will tap over here, so a student can ask any queries or concern from the respective teacher. So these are the list of teachers who are teaching this particular subject. So I can select any name. For, let's say I want help some from Rajiv teacher. So now I can you can see one attachment icon on the left bottom corner. So if I will tap over this icon, so it will allow me to attach any area in which I'm facing issue. So if I'm facing an issue in quiz, so I can select the quiz, and then I can tag, and then I can send the same to the respective teacher. So similarly, a quiz a link of that quiz is created, and then I can answer. Then I can type my message that I am facing some issues into this area, so need assistance. So once the teacher will receive this message, the teacher can directly click over that link, and it will land teacher to that particular area in which the student is facing the issue.
So a very simple method has been given for the student. Do not spend lot of time in writing your problem statement. Just refer that specific area where you have problem, maybe your topic section, any assignment, any quiz, or anything related within the LMS, or any question or any points that you have, and refer that link and ask with your teacher. So it is just creating a reference link, and student said need help. Student, teacher, I know that teachers hate typing continuously. So we have given a facility, and teachers love speaking. So we have given a facility where teachers can, what in WhatsApp is there to record your voice and submit. You can do the same thing from there as well. You can record your voice and upload quickly. And we will show you some other things as well.
So
So that is the option we have given.
okay,
Yes,
so then we have attachment where the student can see all the attachment. It could be video file, any attachment, quiz assignment, live classes. So this button will take the student directly to the live sessions. If there is any live session schedule, so student can join from their mobile application itself. Then under notes, they can see all their notes. This voice feature, so this will convert the text into the voice. So sometimes students are not into the mood of studying, so they can hear whatever is written here.
Introduction. Digital marketing being a comparatively newer field, many individuals are curious.
So you can see this feature is helping student to like hearing whatever is written there. So then we have bookmarks, then settings. It may be possible nowadays the students, they are coming schools with their specs, their eyesights are weak, so they can adjust the font size as well. Like if they want like the font size is small, so they can increase the font size, and they can increase the spacing between the lines for the better visibility of the contents. Then they can go through these contents accordingly. Then also they can change the like accents, like they want the pitch high, medium, fast, so they can set accordingly. So again, I'm just clicking over the menu tab. So content, we have already discussed the course, assignment, bookmarks, collaboration. As we told you, we have messages, forum, chat rooms, event calendar. Under event calendars, the students, they can see all their upcoming events. So if there is any timetable, so they can see that timetable here. So if they will click over the activities, then they can see the deadlines of all their activities. So it could be the like deadline of quiz submission or assignment submission. So they can see all this. Then apart from this, then we have survey, where the school, they can always run a survey within the students to get their feedback. Then apart from this, we have a module called student attendance. So this app will allow the school to take the attendance of their students. So what teacher need to do? Teacher have to select their courses uh, on their mobile phone. The moment they will select their courses, for let's say if I want to take attendance for digital marketing, I just need to select that course. And as a teacher, the moment I will click open attendance on my tablet, automatically one random code will get generated. So that random code I need to share with my student. The moment student will enter that particular code here and press mark your attendance button, so it will log the student attendance within the application along with their GPS location. So this is how the like the teachers, they can also take the attendance of the students who all are attending the class and all.
Yeah, so sometimes it has been seen that teacher has started a live session, and has student has opened that live session, started joined that live session, and he is playing with other kids, with their brothers and sisters. So or has gone somewhere else. So if, and I have also seen that the teacher is taking the attendance even in the live session. Teacher is taking the attendance within the paper. Ultimately, we just try to make it digitalized so that attendance job can be happened in digitalized way, and all the attendance can be directly go to the system directly, without just increasing the teacher's efficiency, not to do lots of manual works. So we have given within the facility that teacher just created a code and shared on the group chat, and all the students who are joined actually the sessions, they can quickly tap it, and it will capture the GPS location of the student as well, and mark and store respective each subject whenever teachers are started.
So apart from reporting, the collaboration, we have reporting section where the student can see their progress, day-to-day progress. So for let's say if I want to see my progress in any of these courses, I just need to select that name of that course. So The moment I have selected digital marketing, I can see my progress. Like chapter 1, I have covered by 55%. Chapter 2, I have covered by 35%. Whereas the chapter 3 and 4 are the least covered. So I can like figure out like these are the area in which I need to focus more. So this will help them to self-evaluate. Then
So this is not only showing to the students, but teachers can also see that which of the topics or chapters actually mostly being read by my students, and that will easily teacher can see, okay, maybe these topics or these chapters my kids are learning a lot. This kids it's a very less ratio of reading or activities. So how we should increase that more participation or more access of that chapters accordingly. So maybe she has created more activities for those chapters so that uh, students can more participate on that specific chapters as well. This is what Sumit I was talking as well. All of you, Sumit is showing that if I'm in the class and let's say teachers has given me certain assignment and quizzes in between of the session, and I wanted to see where I stand before I go to the giving half yearly exam or any other examination. I wanted to make sure where I stand. So whatever assignment and quiz that I am submitting actually to internal examination in internal assignment and quizzes that is created by teacher, once the marks has been submitted, the grading happens. If you'll see on the down of the screen, it shows the blue mark, dark blue marks is showing user marks, that is mine marks as a student. The green marks is the highest marks that is happening within that class or within that subject actually. And the average marks is actually showing in the sky blue. So I can see that in the assignment 1, assignment 2, another assignment, where I stand with respect to my class students. So that going to encourage me if I'm doing good or not in different assignment. Either though I am not able to see who is doing best or what is the highest marks here, but it telling me that where I stand in the class so that I can accordingly improve on those specific assignment or related chapters. So this is the we have given, and similarly the option has been given for the quiz progress as well to track for assignment, for quiz, and the topics area accordingly.
yeah, so
So
this
these are the specific features that has been given, and it has been broken down into 3 parts: content, then collaboration, and reporting. Within that collaboration only, we have added another new feature called live classroom. So students clicking on the live, they would be able to see what all live classes are planned for this week, and they can accordingly join when the session is started. It will ask to join, and if those class once finished, there's an option given a recorded session. They will tap on the recorded session and they will go and see all those session that is already done, and those are available now for them to download, or they can go to the PC browser and play directly as well. Just a minute.
yeah, so now I'm into the teacher application. So both applications are almost same, but in teacher application we have given them the flexibility to create their own micro contents. And so this menu is divided into 4 parts: dashboard, content, collaboration, and the help. So dashboard compliance is for like to see where how many like where exactly the teacher is lying, and how many posts they need to add, the activities they need to add more to make those compliance. Okay, so under content part, the moment I will click over the add content, so it will give me 5 different ways by which a teacher can create content within their mobile phone. Okay, so number 1 is the add audio. You know that the teachers they love to speak more in the class instead of giving the written notes to the teacher. So if they want, they can create their audio lecture and they can share these audio lectures with their students. So suppose if I want to take some math class, so I just need to give some title to my audio tutorial, some small description. The moment I say next, now I can record my voice using recording button. So if I will press this, hi, this is Sumit. I am here giving you the mathematics lecture today. So my voice is recorded now. So if I want to preview my recording, I just need to press preview button. Hi, this is Sumit. I am here giving you the mathematics lecture today. So you see, I have previewed my recording. The moment I feel it that this is okay, I just need to press over the publish button. The moment I have pressed publish button, now it will give me those like course name in which I can post my content. So I just need to select that particular course, and then I need to select that chapter in which I want to post my audio lecture. Once I have selected and press publish button, my audio lecture will get published into that course, and all students who are enrolled into that particular course will get a pop-up notifications on their mobile phone that you have a new audio lecture. Kindly review the same. So now student can open their mobile phone and they can have access of those lectures sessions. So another option is the add node. So here the teachers can create any node and they can share with the student. Attached file. So if a teacher finds that they have some documents or presentation file, image file, or the video which they want to share with their students, so always they can attach those videos or any file within a course, and then they can share it with the students. Then record your video. So this option will allow teacher to create their own live videos including the audio, and then they can post these videos within the course. So let me show you how it will work. So again, I'm just giving some title, some description. The moment I say next, now automatically my mobile phone camera will get open. Now whatever I want to record, I can record using my mobile camera. If whatever I'm saying, it will record my voice as well. The moment I say stop recording, now my recording is stopped. Now using on the left bottom corner, you can see there's one upload button. The moment I will click over here, it will give me an option to upload this video recorded video into the any of my courses. Okay. So this is how the teacher they can create their live videos and they can share with the student. Now we have published whiteboard video as well. So it may be happens that the teachers like mathematics teachers or the chemistry teacher, they want to teach something to the students on the whiteboard. So equations, they always need some whiteboard where teacher can draw something and they can explain to the learners. So for let's say if I want to share some algebra, then again I just need to give title to my whiteboard recording. The moment I will say next, now the screen of my mobile will become the whiteboard for me, and my finger will become the chalk. So whatever I will scribble over my mobile screen, it will get recorded along with my voice. So if I say x plus y square plus 2xy equals x plus y plus square. Okay, so whatever I want to write from using my finger, I can draw. Then I can use different colors to highlight the stuff. I can also change the font size whatever I want. So if I find this slide is full, I want to use another slide to create my audio, my video. So I can press next. Then I can insert some image for my.
So you can imagine all of you that if I am teaching a math and somebody has raised a question that okay sir, I wanted you to resolve let me know how to resolve x square plus y square actually. So using this tool, I have resolved or this equation how the value is coming, and I'm not online continuously. I have resolved. I have created how I'm resolving this, and I have created my content and quickly published to my course as well. So this way, anything related to, I can do those equations solving, and I have recorded my steps, and then I can give it to my students. So this is where like you can, if somebody is talking about image, quickly it can be taken and start scribbling on those images teachers can do, and everything get captured. So what is So if we'll play, Sumit, can you play now?
Yes.
Preview it.
Plus y square plus 2xy equals x plus y plus square.
Now you can see that what Sumit was saying and
So
what he was
whatever I want
writing
to write
actually
on
recorded
my figure, I can draw. Then I
and
can
created a video
get
content, and teacher can quickly publish depending upon what students are asking actually.
so
And that is the problem right now, because students have been taught by teachers, but the challenge is that in case students are having any questions, they don't have teacher in front of them because they are not sitting in the classroom, they are not sitting in the schools, so they stick with having no other option. They have no other option discussing those things actually. So the way the solution is going to help, it's mostly for the teacher and student to communicate with each other, collaborate with each other, and obviously resolving all those problems and get it engaged with this system with different ways. So that is how the mobile apps for the teachers are working, creating their own digital content quickly. It is not required that teachers need to be live session. For an example, teachers not having the internet, just assume the teacher that day, maybe teacher is not having the internet, she can't go quickly to the school because there's lockdown, so nobody can move. Now what needs to be happen? Teacher cannot do the live session, so you need to cancel the, but may be the case that okay, teacher has already recorded that live session from her mobile, and she has planned that in case my internet is not going to be, I have already synced to the cloud, and that can be opened at that time, and the rest of the students would be available to see that video as well. So this way, their small micro digital contents can be created by the teacher. Obviously, students will be loving always seeing their teachers teaching, because every student knows they love their teachers' way of teaching pattern. Actually, I have seen that teachers are representing any YouTube videos as well. But in that case, obviously, you can represent the YouTube videos, but same thing if teachers are teaching with their own videos, that is more helpful for the students as well. So this is where digital contents quickly can be created and published to the courses.
so teacher can
Here are some, yeah. So I was saying here, Sumit is showing that teachers can also create the assignment, the quizzes, the survey, all the activity teacher can do from their smartphone itself.
So the moment the teacher will click over the add quiz button, so here the teacher can add the quiz name, quiz description, quiz type. So it's a live quiz or it's a practice quiz. So they can select accordingly. Then they can select attempt out allowed, like how many single attempt is allowed or unlimited attempt. Then the start date of the quiz, due date of the quiz. So what will be the duration of that quiz? Then submit. The moment the teacher will click over submit, now teacher can add the questions against that quiz. So once this quiz is published, it will reflect to all the students who are enrolled into that course, and now students can attempt those quiz or the assignment. So this is how the teacher can create the various quiz. So teacher can also, if they want, they can also grade assignment or quiz within the system itself. So the moment if I want to grade this
Sumit, can
assignment,
you?
yeah.
Yeah. Finish it.
Yeah, so teacher can see how many assignments are submitted, how many are graded. If I want to grade this one, the teacher just need to click over the grade button, then they can open the assignment and they can grade against those assignments. So this is all about like mobile part. Oh, okay, so I just want to show you the parent application as well. So if I will open the parent application, so okay,
So this is actually one of the customers' logo showing Future Education System. They are in Egypt actually. They have 19 campus with total 32,000 students. Future Education System, and they have 19 campuses. So we have given the app on this iPhone and the Play Store with their name, giving to them for student, teacher, parent. So we are just using the same app for giving you the demonstration.
missed that password. So parent app will look something like this. Yeah. So this is the parent application where the parent can say fill the surveys. They can talk to the school administrator, teachers, fees. They can see. So if a parent is having multiple children, so they can see the progress of all their children by using the same application. So they can see their upcoming timetables, like what all classes are scheduled for tomorrow, what is their attendance, and what is their homework results. So if I will go to next step, so I can see the upcoming activities as a parent of my children. Then I can see their to-dos as well.
Is
So
your app not working,
yeah,
Sumit?
my actually the it's just logged out actually. So I don't have the password of that application. So
Okay,
that's
can you
why.
make me the presenter so that I can share my screen, mobile?
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Can you make me the
Yes,
presenter?
yes, you are now.
Okay. Let me know once all of you are able to see my screen.
Yes, it is visible.
My internet is slow. Yeah. So this is the parent app. If you'll see all of you. So these are the kids actually. So let's say I have two kids in the same, or maybe three kids in the same school. I can keep adding my kids within the app, and each kids if I tap, I would be able to see the related their progress, their timetable, their homework, their recent result, their upcoming activities of my, and some other features as well. Like here I can see actually. Each kids I can add by myself using the enrollment number or whichever way you want it, giving the facility to your parents, and they can keep having the eyes on their kids continuously. They do not require that they should go to the parent or asking to the teacher every time. Even school wanted to give a separate notification or any reminder related to the fee payment. Everything can be done from the school management to the parent directly. This is the survey we have given. If school wanted to run a survey for the parent, they can do that. I can, as a parent, I can participate on the survey. I can see who all teachers are teaching to me, to my kids actually, and I can start chatting with my teachers if I am having any question. So that is the main problem in most of the school, that parent is having any problems actually, and that parents meeting is required continuously because teacher wanted to update about their kids. There's a very popular in South Africa. I found there's a very popular this channel has been created for communicating parent with the teacher, so that right information can be given to the parent at the right time, and this is actually helping a lot to the. So this all features has been given actually the parent has only been given the mobile app, not the web, because here only we are adding if one more option that every student's parents can see how much fees has been deposited, and they can also pay the fee on from their smartphone directly as well. They will get their reminder within the smartphone, and they can pay their fee online from the mobile apps directly as well. So it's not required that school every time sending that notices or dropping an email to every time. However, there's a email messaging option is already within our system as well. But people are more now in smartphone continuously. I think this kind of push notifications coming on the apps will help a lot to the parents and students with different type of alerts that school wanted. So that is all we wanted to show in this school, student, teacher, and parents app. Sumit will quickly walk you through the main admin backend. So Sumit, you can take the access the organizer.
Yeah.
They will show you the IT team from backend, what all they can do, what different reports they can pull.
So,
And in the meanwhile, if anybody is having any questions, please let us know.
okay, so currently I have logged in on my web browser as a student. So this is the dashboard of a student where the
We
student,
can't,
oh, my
just,
screen is visible.
okay, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is the dashboard of my student dashboard. So I can see my enrolled courses, discussion, chat rooms, calendar. So if a student want to raise any complaint like he's not happy, so the student can also raise the complaint by using the complaint button. So this is the dashboard where they can see courses, chat
And
room.
complaint is not actually only for the student. Complaint is actually for all type of users. So it's a more that even teacher can raise a complaint regarding any kind of thing she found, or student found any kind of thing related to academic or anything. Anybody can raise a complaint. If they wanted to put their names, they can put their names, or they wanted to submit as a anonymous, they can do that. Management can define that, okay, who is the right person who's going to take care of these kind of complaints boxes, and accordingly whatever the activity or next action step needed to define that. So we have given this complaint box option.
So this is my course tab where the student can see all their courses. So if I will tap over this course, so it will open the course where I can see.
And one more important point I would like to add. We have given a facility of e-library as well, recently added. I know most of the schools, even the examination just finished, and they have not been given even the report card, and the lockdown happened, and the report cards now been dropping by email or several other ways. So I would like to add that we have given a digital report cards, digital grading books are available that can be distributed to the students. Number one. Number two, I know that students have not yet bought the books as well, because due to the lockdown, teachers have started teaching, but the problem is that there's no books available to the kids. So the best option is we have given the e-library as well, where if you are teaching related to NCERT books or UP board or any kind of books that you are using, if those has the digital copy, you can attach those digital copies in the e-library, so that, and you can allow your kids, your students, to go and use those e-library and start using it for that purpose. Yes, so please go ahead.
Yeah. So this is how, if the student will click over one of the course name, so this is how they can see their respective chapter, and within that chapter they can see various topics. So if I will tap over one of the topic, so I can go through the learning content, then I can see all those activities which are created by the teachers for me. So I can attempt various assignments, I can go to the various chat rooms, I can mark surveys, I can fill quiz. So if I want to open any attachments which are shared by the teachers with me, I can refer those attachments within my laptop or computer. So I can keep running all those. Then if I want to play like any videos, I can play those videos within my browser.
So this is the actually web interface for the teacher as well. So we have given the web interface for teachers and the student both. So Sumit is right now showing the web interface of teachers.
So I can play these videos.
Sumit, can you move to the admin, please?
Yeah. So if I want to log in as a admin, so let me log out from here.
And there are lots of features has been given, like teachers can distribute the badges as well if you wanted that after each certain assignment or quizzes. If students are finishing, you wanted to give a badge, or anything else you wanted, you would like to give an announcement of to all your specific group of students, you can do that. So there are lots of features has been given to the teachers, depending. It is more admin rights. Admin has the rights, first of all, that what all privilege or access he wanted to give to the teacher, and teacher can accordingly do it. If admin has not given the authority to teacher to add or edit the content, teacher will not able to do. If given, then teacher can do all the things. But
So
now Sumit, you logged in as an admin, right?
yeah, this is admin tab. So once I
All
have logged in as a admin, so as a admin use, I can see all teachers login report, dashboard. I can see various course report, teachers dashboard, mark attendance report. I can pull. I can see attendance summary, my timetable, today's timetable. So if there's any scheduled live classes, I can see those live scheduled classes. This is the collaboration session section where they can see all the messages and the discussion running, interview slot if I want to take an interview, review application, whatever the applications which are coming through the registration portal. As a admission team member, I can review those admission forms. I can interview candidates. I can select final candidates for my classrooms, different classroom. So if I want to create a course, I just need to click over create course button. Then I need to give here course name for test, then start date, then course summary. Then if I want to give some picture to that course cover, I can add different chapters. Like if I want to add 5 chapter or 10 chapter into my course, then accordingly I can select button. The moment I say save changes, my course is created. Now I can add content within that course. This is how
So
you can.
course is meaning here subjects actually. So you
Yeah.
may be having physics, chemistry, physics for 10th, physics for 9th, right? So whatever different subjects you can create it by different subjects or different classes, and you can allow accordingly all those subjects to be assigned to respective class, and each class you can assign respective teachers and the students accordingly. So there's an option given a managed resource where you have maybe 40 classes and you have divided that classes of class 8 with 3 sections: class 8A, class B 8B, class 8C. Class 8A school teacher is A, class 8B school teacher is B, class 8C school teacher is C. So respective classes can be created, respective teachers can be assigned, and accordingly students who are for class 8A, class 8B, class C accordingly can be assigned and onboarded. And the subjects, not what you have created, you can accordingly either wanted to show all the 8A, 8B, 8C, or you wanted that okay, 8C may be having these subjects not showing. It is so it's your choices. You can do all these activities. The IT team, backend team can do rest of the activities in managing these small things.
Okay, then under course compliance, as we discussed already, the principal or the management, they can set certain sets of rules within the system. For let's say for activity or content part, the management can set a required number of assignment to be created. So you can give some numbers like it should be 4 or 5. Then required number of forum to be created within a course, it should be 4. Required number of quiz should be created within a course, it should be 5. Required number
So
of.
this is actually the goal that has been set up for each teacher. That what is going to needs to be happened within this, let's say for 6 months, or let's say you have planned for till half yearly, and you have planned number of assignment, number of quizzes, number of other activities that you can plan. If maybe the cases that students are asking to the teachers, but teacher is not responding, you also wanted to track that okay, who all teachers who is not responding, the kids actually. If you wanted to see okay, there's two students were submitted the assignment and quiz, teacher should grade those. And if you wanted to set up some date parameter for that as well, you can set up those days as well there. So ultimately, there are certain parameters. You have put some parameters and applied all your subjects. So ultimately, it will show you in this way that okay, which all subjects are showing you in red and green, and then it will also show to the teacher so that teacher can accordingly see and fix those and move that red subject into the green, because maybe the case where teacher has not created any assignment yet, or maybe the teacher has created the assignment, the student has submitted the assignment, but she has not graded, and that's why it's also showing the red. So if you see different subjects, it's showing the red, and the reason is showing in the brown highlighted that submitted the assignment has been created, submitted to people, but teacher hasn't created it. The forum discussion 18 has been there, but teacher has not responded 17 people. So it is showing all small. So ultimately you need not to worry the top management. They will quickly see which area is the deficiency, where it needs to be taken care. It may be the case that teacher is on leave, the parameter has created, teacher may be on leave for next 15 days, and that's why this compliance is showing red. There's an option that you can do the waive off. You can waive off for the teacher. So that is the option as well. If you are not the decision taker and there should be somebody, there's an escalation report as well. You can escalate it to. So these all things are there within it. And this is the e-library. Yes, Sumit, you can show that e-library. So different subjects you can have it. Different subjects by different classes you can have it. You can put the books, PDF, whatever you wanted. And this is one of the customer who has kept the splash books. Actually, it's a flash-based books, so it's opening in this way. If you're going to put PDF files, it will open as a PDF viewer in a PDF way. And if I'm using my mobile app and if I'll tap into it, I can also open in a similar way, or within the browser, I can open the PDF. Yes, Sumit.
Yeah. So apart from these library, if I want to see some reports like course report, if I want to see the course report, I just need to click over course. Then I need to select that particular like class or in which I want to see. For computer graphics, there are 45 assignment, 1 quiz, how many resources are there. So if I want to see overall report, how many assignments and discussions are created in particular course wise, so I can see the 8 assignments are created here, 9 quiz, 15 resources are there, 8 assignments. So I can see different course wise activity reports. So there are various reports which we can see through the systems. So we can also manage the timetable, complaint sections. So this is the snapshot of our LMS platform. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask. So accordingly, we can answer those queries. Yes, ma'am. Hello. Hello, ma'am. We are done with the presentation. Please let me know if we can answer your queries if you have any queries.
Okay, so we have this is actually about the product. We have given a high level overview of the product, what all features and functionality and modules are there, and what all user types are there, what all activities can be taken care by the teacher, by the student, by the parents, and by the school management or school IT team. In case anybody is having questions here, please let me know so that we can answer those questions. Anybody is having questions?
Sai ma'am, Siva ma'am.
Rajesh? Yes, somebody is speaking, I think. So you can raise your questions. If you don't have the question right now, that is fine. You can raise your questions afterward. So Nancy will send you the email ID so that you can raise your questions. And Rashmi, let me know what is the next action step. We can discuss separately after that, after this call, whenever you have time today. Rashmi ma'am, can you hear us? Okay, so Nancy, can you do a favor? Drop an email to Rashmi ma'am and other people who are actually in all people are in loop in this call, and let's see if anybody is having questions later on as well, so that we can have a consolidated document we will send with all the responses of the question that people are having. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. So thanks all of you, and we will share this. Nancy, while sending, will share this all of you the recording session as well, so that all of you can wanted to review again, you can review accordingly. Thanks.